Rumor Central! The return, the rebirth. We're back. This is the show where all we do is just talk about rumors, alright? Things that aren't necessarily confirmed, that come from sources that are a little questionable, that aren't as credible, so on and so forth. My name is Gio Ramos. I'm the host of Rumor Central. I spend my days on the internet looking for rumors everywhere because I just want to know and I want to talk about the possibility. That's what movie fans and pundits are all about. We love talking about the possibilities, what to look forward to, so on and so forth. I'm joined today by two Apocalypse regulars, one original. So to my left, I got Keith Barnes. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. We're like speculators of the stock market.
Speculators. Yeah, exactly. To my right, Jacob Bartley. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm so glad to talk rumors now. It's fun talking rumors.
It is.
Because, you know, we talk about official stuff all the time.
Yes.
It's fun to just speculate on the rumors.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad we're bringing this show back.
Yeah, dude. Same here. I'm so glad this is back. As always, take everything you hear from this show with a grain of salt, okay? Don't go running on Twitter and so on and so forth, saying it's confirmed. Don't come back at us 6 months later and say, you guys lied, because these are rumors. That's all they are.
It's called Rumor Central.
Rumor Central. Okay, so something big dropped last week. Something so big I thought, you know what? This is a perfect time to bring the show back. It involves the DCEU. So much mystery going forward about which movies are coming next, when it's going to come, what the timeline is going to fit in, so on and so forth. But this comes from Forbes Magazine, and apparently now they're in the scoop game business. They got scoops.
So.
I'll say, hey, as long as it's not Humberto Gonzalez, I don't care.
Financial experts.
Financial experts, yeah. Which, I mean, you got money, you want to know some stuff? Sure, why not? So Forbes Magazine, they dropped an article that basically said, a lot of details on the DCEU, how it's going to play out. The first thing I want to talk about is Flashpoint. So, Flashpoint was confirmed at Comic-Con via a logo during the DCEU introduction at the Hall H panel. So we know Flashpoint is coming, but according to Forbes, the date will be in 2020. We don't have a specific date, I believe, as far as month goes, but Flashpoint 2020. Furthermore, one of the writers, I think his name is Mark Hughes, he name-dropped Robert Zemeckis. They did, in fact, Warner Bros. Have a meeting with Robert Zemeckis some time ago, a couple months ago, but apparently, according to Forbes, it's likely that Robert Zemeckis will be directing a Flashpoint movie. Now, are either of you familiar with Flashpoint?
I know of it. I've watched the Flashpoint animated movie.
I watched that as well.
And I know Barry, in the storyline, I know Barry goes back in time to save his mother. Mm-hmm. And of course the TV show as well. Yes. I know that storyline. He goes back to save his mother from being killed, and then when he comes back, everything is changed. I know in the comics, Bruce Wayne never becomes Batman. He gets killed in the alley instead of his parents. Mm-hmm. His dad becomes Batman. His mom becomes the Joker.
Yep.
Just to name a few things. That's as far as I know about it, really.
I think Cyborg is like one of the main heroes in the world, and something with Wonder Woman. She's the queen of Themyscira, if I'm not mistaken.
She is.
Please correct us in the comments.
Superman is captured by the government.
He's captured. He's like a government experiment, something like that. So basically,
wow.
Flashpoint, Barry Allen, he wakes up in this totally different reality world, an alternate timeline, if you will, and it's just him finding a way to fix everything. It involves some emotional moments with his mother and deciding not to save her. I think
he doesn't have his powers, right?
He doesn't start off with his powers, and he somehow gets them. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about the concept of a Flashpoint movie? Let's say 2020. Let's say Batman v Superman comes. Obviously, Justice League. We get Aquaman next year. The Batman coming. Maybe Batgirl. Some other movies, and then boom, a Flashpoint movie. There's so much potential here. But first, let's talk about the Flashpoint idea. Can it work? And what do you guys expect from this Flashpoint movie? Maybe recasting. Maybe so on and so forth. Keith, go ahead, man.
Flashpoint's pretty heavy.
It's definitely.
I don't know. It's really soon to be going to that already. I don't know why. It's a great story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would use it just to recast some people. I don't see.
Yeah, that's kind of a wasted opportunity of like a good story, right?
Yeah. That's something that they should take their time and really flesh out, because there's a lot going on with the war between the Amazonians and the Atlanteans.
Oh yeah.
Aquaman's pretty vicious in this story. Well, they both are.
Jason Momoa. Yeah.
And Momoa. Oh man. Yeah,
you're gonna go Khal Drogo in this.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see that. And Reverse Flash showing up, which we haven't heard anything about today. Eobard Thawne. I'm pretty sure it's him. Yeah. Or Zoom or whatever you want to call him. I know he goes by. There's a bunch of versions of him. But well, Thomas Wayne being Batman. I know they got
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Hey, that could.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw him, and I heard those rumors of that back then. He talked about that. He said that Zack Snyder said that to him, and that's what he had in mind.
See, such a visionary,
at some point.
Snyder.
So let's not get.
Okay, so I mean, I kind of look at the Flashpoint as kind of like a Days of Future Past kind of, as far as complex
here's
goes.
The thing.
Right?
Everybody keeps saying that they're going to use this to, basically kind of soft reboot the DCEU. I don't think that's the case. I think.
Go ahead, man.
I think this can be just a standalone, not a standalone movie, but it's going to be in the DCEU, right?
Sure.
But it's just going to be this one journey that the Flash happens to go on. By the end of the movie, he saves the day and fixes the timeline. Maybe a couple things are changed just to, smooth out the universe. But they're not going to rewrite the whole DCEU with this movie.
No.
And I don't, in my opinion, I don't think anything is too big for any movie. Like, cinematically, you can do anything, in my opinion.
Sure.
So Flashpoint is a lot to take on, but you can do it. And I think a lot of studios, producers, and stuff like that, they're afraid to go to those boundaries, push those boundaries of what you can do in movies. And I think you can do this. How fun would this be for the actors to play different versions of their characters just for this one movie?
Yeah.
And then Flash saves the day. He decides not to save his mother, which is going to be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But how great of a movie could that make? And he sacrifices saving his mother to restore things back to the normal balance. And I think it'll be so fun to see Gal Gadot play that version of Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa play that version of Aquaman. You don't even really need Ben Affleck in the movie because you just have him as a kid, and then you have Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman in that movie. Yeah. Maybe he's at the end,
at the very end,
and when he fixes everything. But I do think if the Flash fixes everything, there's a couple little changes here and there. But for the most part, he restores the universe back to normal, and we continue on from there. They're not going to reboot the DCEU with this. I don't think so at all.
They don't, but at least it's feasible that they have the option.
They can restructure some things for sure.
Sure,
absolutely.
Okay, now let's go. All right, so let's move on from the idea of Flashpoint. When the Flashpoint movie is coming, can take on a story this complex, this so deep in emotion. The name dropped, according to Mark Hughes from Forbes, Robert Zemeckis. Now, we know Zemeckis has experience with blockbusters. I mean, part of the 80s, part of what defined the 80s as far as movies were the blockbusters. Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, the Star Wars directors, Irvin Kershner, and the other ones. You think Back to the Future.
Of course.
You think, Robert Zemeckis, he can do something like that. Since then, he hasn't really done a lot of blockbusters since the turn of the century.
For me, he did Castaway and The Walk, right? The
Walk and that Captain Phillips movie with Tom Hanks.
Oh, did he do?
No. That was Paul Greengrass.
Yeah, sure. You're right.
He did.
I stand corrected.
Flight. He directed Flight with Denzel.
Look, I think Flight is underrated. I think Flight's a really good movie. I think The Walk is underrated. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be because that documentary is
Man on Wire.
so great. So you're kind of comparing it to the documentary. The documentary is amazing, but the movie's actually really good in my opinion. I thought it was underrated and underappreciated. So, and on top of that, he's done Back to the Future, and that's perfect for a Flash type this type of movie. He's my number one choice.
For sure. Yeah. Keith, how badly is Robert Zemeckis itching to get back into a blockbuster genre? If there was one comic book movie that Robert Zemeckis would consider doing, would it be Flashpoint?
It would be Flashpoint. He will not touch or let anyone else touch or ruin Back to the Future. He has said that over his dead body is what he's actually said that. So if he wants to get back into that sort of thing and the time travel thing, like I said, it's a great complex story. He can put Cyborg into the Teen Titans and not in the Justice League the way it's supposed to be.
Maybe that could work. Yeah.
I think they're going to make a Titans movie eventually.
I think so.
And Cyborg and Nightwing will be the leaders.
Yeah.
And I think being in the Justice League gives Cyborg the experience to do that. I'm okay with it.
Real quick, if you're Warner Brothers, what would it take to get Robert Zemeckis on board? Because he's not just a filmmaker who's just going to say yes to everything. Yeah. What do you think it takes? Creative control, obviously.
Well, obviously, he can't have 100% creative control because they have to follow this DCEU universe.
Yeah,
they can't just let him do whatever. They can't let him kill Wonder Woman if he wants to. You know. Well, here's the thing with Flashpoint: you could have anything happen. Barry Allen returns everything back to normal. Let's say you could have Jason Momoa die in this movie. When Flash, returns everything back to normal, he's alive again. Yeah. So maybe you can have. Maybe this is the one movie where you can have complete. You
can do all kinds of stuff,
except maybe the beginning and the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Before outside of the Flashpoint reality.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah.
Predictions.
I think it's creative freedom.
Is Zemeckis gonna direct the Flashpoint? Just prediction right now. Yes or no? The way you see the DCEU right now, do you see it? Do you see it happening? It's 2020.
I'm gonna give it on a percentage scale, a 100-point scale. I'm going 80.
Wow, that's high.
Let's put the over under at 55%. I'm gonna say over 55% chances that he directs.
Over.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna go under.
Okay.
It would be too good to be true. Honestly, I want it to happen. I really do. Please, that would be amazing. But I just we don't always get what we want, and I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'm going under.
Yeah, I wanted Mel Gibson to direct Suicide Squad too. Look how that
it's still possible.
Out. It's still possible. Yeah. So I mean, I just love the idea of Robert Zemeckis and Jeff Johns sitting down and just talking about story points and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome. Okay. So real quick, we're gonna rapid fire on some of these other rumors that Forbes dropped. There was one regarding Suicide Squad 2, and apparently the storyline for that will be Amanda Waller sends a brand new Task Force X to go after the Joker and Harley Quinn, and apparently the Joker gets trapped in Arkham Asylum, and he creates his own Suicide Squad, if you would, and then the two groups go at it. What do you guys think about that approach for Suicide Squad 2? Is that what you wanted to see in the first movie? So on and so forth. Jacob, go ahead, man.
I like this idea. I think you could do something really cool with that. The Joker should have been the villain of the first one. We say that over and over.
Even David Ayer said it.
It gets tough because you want to. If you're gonna have that happen, it has to be balanced. I feel like if the other side, if Joker's side doesn't have any superpower beings, Deadshot could take them all on by himself. If you think about it, depending on who's on the Joker's side, whatever. Because Deadshot is, he's a marksman. He could just shoot anything. And then Captain Boomerang is great with the boomerang. I hope them two are at least in it still. I forget who else survived. I could do without Killer Croc. I'm sorry.
I liked him.
He was pretty good.
Was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful shorty. What did he say?
That's not his fault. You had a Katana. Killer Croc, maybe El Diablo comes back. I don't know. He was
El Diablo was one of the best characters in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone can survive that, it's El Diablo, right?
For sure. Yeah. What do you think about the Suicide Squad 2?
I don't know about this. I don't know about this story. I mean, I guess it sounds cool. It just doesn't seem to make sense that Amanda Waller would send them after the Joker. Right? It seems like something she would leave up to...
Well, I think it would be to get Harley Quinn.
Maybe it's more Harley Quinn, just the fact that Harley Quinn got over on her,
Maybe. I guess that would make sense.
Because
she's more concerned about the bigger threats.
Well, Amanda Waller has pride, too. She's like, nobody's escaping from me, I feel like that's how she would approach it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, and there was another one that I really want to talk about involving the Shazam movie. And apparently, again, Forbes, during this whole thing, they said that Superman could play a role as a mentor to Billy Batson in the Shazam movie. Now, we obviously want to see more of Henry Cavill as Superman. Mm-hmm. He played brilliant Superman in Man of Steel. It's been 4 years, pretty soon 5 years, since he first took on the role, and we've only had him in one movie that was kind of his, and maybe at the end of Justice League, and maybe the last act. I want more Superman. Is this the right approach Keith?
I think so. You know, we'll get an older, more seasoned, mustached Superman teaching.
I want him to have a beard. Come on,
dude. I saw that photo of Henry Cavill with the mustache. I'm like, keep that. Yeah, that's hilarious. We've never seen Superman with facial hair. That's funny. But we still don't know who's playing Shazam.
Oh, I bet you they have someone in mind.
They must.
Yeah, I mean the director.
Well, they're gonna have Billy Batson and Shazam. It's gonna be a kid actor.
Yeah,
Jacob Tremblay.
Right.
And
that could work. Yeah.
And some Channing Tatum. I don't know.
But are you into the whole idea of a mentor,
Superman mentor? Absolutely.
Yeah,
that sounds good. Although it seems like it would tie more into Wonder Woman, right? With some of the gods.
Well, because his name is like the Greek gods. It's an acronym for. It's like Zeus.
Yeah.
You know, I forget.
Hercules. Yeah, right.
Ares?
Apollo.
Well, there's Shazam.
Yeah, so
put it in the comments. I want to know.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, but Superman teaching them how to super.
It seems like all these heroes are now becoming mentors, Jacob. So is it overplayed or what do you think?
No, I mean, I don't think we've seen too much of that. I mean, you mean like Robert Downey Jr. and
Spider-Man and then Ben Affleck to Flash. Yeah.
I love this idea because like you're gonna have a little kid who probably they're gonna play it like this: how he looks up to Superman. Superman's his hero. He loves Superman, and then he gets these powers, right? And he's like, whoa! And then you're gonna have Henry Cavill interacting with the kid, and then when he transforms into Shazam, they're gonna be flying through the sky together, and we know. Well, we're assuming that after Superman comes back, he's going to be more lighthearted, more optimistic. Mm-hmm. And they said that Shazam's going to be the most lighthearted DCEU film yet. So I think that ties in perfectly together. And I love the idea of this little kid getting to fight beside his hero. Like, I think that's so cool. So I love this.
Yeah, all you Christopher Reeve, Dick Donner, Superman people who hate Man of Steel. You might get your wish with Shazam. That could work. And
no, they're not going that far.
Well, no, not as far as that goes. Not that far.
I wouldn't mind seeing.
He's still a kid, right?
Well, the kid could,
but even when he turns into Shazam,
that's what I'm wondering.
His personalities, exactly. So he's gonna. That would be interesting. Whoever plays Shazam is gonna have to act like a kid.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that.
It's like Lionel and Thundercats. Yeah, he's like still a kid inside.
Well, the director said it's like big with superpowers.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the director said that. Yeah. So
Gotham City Sirens could release in a February release date.
That's right. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? A female-centered movie
on Valentine's Day.
Is that the one that I think I called that in our Comic-Con video?
Yeah.
I think you might have.
What do you think about that?
That'd be kind of cool.
That's perfect. It's a Valentine's Day. Get all these great with Batgirl.
Oh yeah, Poison
all
Ivy.
All single girls are gonna go out together and watch.
Maybe it's a Huntress or something. That's Birds of Prey, but still.
Ladies, you could have Black Canary in there.
Black Canary,
really cool. Yeah,
I love Stephen Amell as Arrow, but I want a cinematic Arrow.
Me too.
I mean, I would love for Stephen Amell to play it, but he can't.
Charlie Hunnam.
So
Matt Damon.
That'd be cool. Like an older, a veteran, seasoned Arrow. That would be awesome.
Get Matt Damon from The Great Wall, just like the same role. No. So I mean, I love that.
Casey Affleck as Arrow,
as Oliver Queen.
But he's gonna have to have a freaking beard and stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't mind Casey Affleck in DCEU. Well, only if Ben Affleck sticks around is my only thing. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, Who cares? But.
This is all interesting. Flashpoint, Gotham City Sirens, Suicide Squad 2. That's what the great thing is about the DCEU, You don't know what's coming, and that's what's so exciting. You could talk about it. I mean, yeah, sure.
I'd rather know what's coming.
We want a roadmap, but that gets a little boring after a while. You're like, okay, I'm looking forward to this movie, but I know that movie's coming. I kind of want that movie more than I do this movie right now. That's the bad thing about it.
The problem is they keep announcing stuff and retracting it. They give you a slate, and then they don't go through with it. That's the problem.
I absolutely want
That's not exciting.
They're doing their own Rumor Central, and they're off to
exactly, yeah. They're like starting their own rumors.
Ooh, what if we, how about that one?
Just the Justice League in general is, oh my god, all these rumors. So anyways.
Well, the good thing is I'm so excited for the movies that we know are coming. Like Aquaman, can't wait.
I can't wait.
Justice League, can't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we know so far.
Absolutely, guys.
I mean, Wonder Woman 2, can't freaking wait.
Wait. Oh yeah. So this has been Rumors Central. This DC-filled episode. I hope to have some more Marvel and Fox and Sony, any of that kind of stuff. A rumor about Star Wars, Christopher Nolan, James Bond, something. Okay, so don't think it's just always going to be DC, despite your host.
Everything. It's all film.
It's all films. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, guys. Rumors Central. Keith, where can they find you, sir?
I'm on Twitter at KeithBarnes79 and at Keith Barnes on Facebook too.
On Facebook, Jacob.
You can text me at. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put my phone number out. But on Twitter, tweet at me, Jacob Bartley _ of course, on this YouTube channel all the time.
And I'm Gio, your host. You can find me on Twitter at GeoDude90. You guys make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're expanding our aggressive expansion, as Joker said. Check out apocalypsemovies.com, the website. You can follow us there as well. And this has been Rumors Central. You guys have a good one.